Well, good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Day 7 here on the construction of the pool in the back of Villa Feliz. Yes, day 7 here. And, well, I guess it should be over here. You see, everybody is on site. They actually came in early this morning to get an early start, which is a good thing. So, today is digging again, and I'm not going to put you through, it's like a deja vu. Remember that movie Groundhog Day with Bill Murray? Well, that's kind of like what we're doing right here. It's like 7 days so far of Groundhog Day, and it's probably 2 or 3 more days that are going to fall into that as well. But we're getting very, very close to starting to do something like putting some concrete inside the ground, and that's something that we'll talk about a little bit this morning on the episode when we first start. Something I wasn't able to talk to yesterday because of all the rain that we had. Let's go ahead and get today started. Now, without further delay, let's get today's video underway. So what we're going to talk about this morning before I get distracted and go into another direction is something that we forgot to talk about yesterday, or tried to talk about, but the rain just came down so hard. Now what we're going to do for support, since we live in an area, we don't get a lot of seismic activity, but we do get seismic activity throughout the year. From Taal, which is directly to our north, pretty much to our north from here, and then Batangas City, which is to the south. They have seismic activity all during the year in both of those places, although we don't have a major fault directly under our area here in Lipa City. There are major faults in different areas or all over the Philippines. As you know, the Philippines is known as the Ring of Fire, and it's known for that because of many things. It has to do with the sea, where the tectonic plates meet with each other, the volcanoes that we have here, and things just like that. So anyway, getting back to the beam. What we're going to do, we're going to do a cross beam. And the cross beam, just like when you build a house and you have a floor beam underneath your floor to be able to support your slab or to be able to support your concrete hollow blocks, what we're going to do is we're going to run from what I understand, when I spoke to our pool contractor yesterday, from this side we're going to go all the way through to the 4-foot side over there, a center beam across that will give support underneath the center of the bottom. And we will go from this section over here and we'll do a cross beam that goes over this way as well. Now, we also talked about something that we refer to in the US as a bond beam. Bond beams are normally done in a pool, either a pool or a pond, where you put additional support around the edge underneath the bottom before you put your concrete hollow block. Just like if you were building a house, if you're building a house before you can build your concrete hollow block, you have to have a beam to set the blocks on top of it. And we were talking about that yesterday. We'll see how that progresses as we go through the plan of this build right here. It gives me a much better feeling for security that we don't have any shifting of any of the concrete hollow blocks in the back, and it's sitting on something that's very stable. So again, the definite upgrade that we're doing here is making sure that we have the cross beams in the center, this way and this way. Now, something I brought up the other day about, they have that really small wheelbarrow. I think it's already dropping off soil out there right now. And I loaned my wheelbarrow to them, which has like 3 times the capacity. And the only thing is, my wheel blew out. This is, you can see, I gotta try, the wheel totally blew out yesterday. They showed me this. And this is no good. So now we're down a wheelbarrow, but since most of the digging is done, a lot of it will be done by the buckets, as you can see them carrying the buckets over the shoulder back and forth, as well as a small wheelbarrow. But I'm trying to find a replacement wheel for this. If you go online, like the Lazada, they have all inner tubes, but it's so difficult to find a good replacement, the tire itself. So I'm in the process of looking for that as well. All right, well, you can see it's just after lunchtime here, and we're back into digging mode again. All the soil in the center right here, they're leveling off the walls, so we have a perfectly vertical cut down inside, so all the concrete hollow block that they do for the formwork will be straight. So that's new soil, but just from the outside they'll get rid of that. I want you to see over here, we went ahead and relocated the PPR pipe that's being used for the irrigation. We didn't relocate it, we were able to pull it up successfully without harm, and we'll reuse this PPR pipe. And here is our one head that used to be the pop-up for the center of the yard that used to spray for the grass right there where the pool is. That's no longer needed, so we'll keep that, and we'll use that as a spare because we don't need it over here at this point right now, or maybe there's another location. So what we're going to end up doing is where the pipe is over there, what we'll do is we'll bypass, like a lot of you said would probably be a good idea, and then we'll move back over here and we'll connect to the other head that's over here in this section right here, which also really needs some trimming and all because it's being blocked by a lot of the green over here, the hedges and the plants. It really needs some maintenance as well. So while the guys are out there digging, I thought this would be a good opportunity to sit down with you, and if I have something that I like, a tool that I like, share that tool with you. Now, something I discussed with the contractor yesterday, and I also discussed with the foreman this morning, I showed him how it works, is a tool that I use when I'm building something like a pool, or specifically I use it for my koi pond project in the US. And you always need to make sure that you have levelness. You need to make sure that the floor of your pond or your pool is level. You need to make sure that the height, the very top where you put your coping, is all level. So when the water is full to a certain point, from the top of the water to the bottom of your coping, it gives you the exact amount of space inside there without any variation. So what I use this thing called the Bosch Professional GLL 3-15. This is a auto leveling type of a device inside here. It's laser. It's a laser light that's inside. Inside, you can see there's something that, I don't know if you can see it bouncing around inside there. Well, it has to do with gravity. And what you do is you set this in the center of your area that you're going to be working. If it's going to be a floor, you can set it right on the floor. And you can, if you've already poured a foundation or you are about to pour a foundation, you can set it. You can run this laser, and the laser will do either a vertical or a horizontal line inside there, and you can turn it around in your entire area of responsibility inside your pool, inside a floor, inside a house, and it will show you from the laser level the exact levelness all the way around so that you can make corrections if you need to make corrections. Also, you can establish from that line at the bottom exactly to the top of your swimming pool or your pond or your house where you're planning on putting maybe your roofing inside there. You can use this device here. It works really good. Here, let me give you a quick example. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to set up the Bosch GLL 313, this device right here, on the floor next to a wall. And you can imagine this being the floor, the ground level of your swimming pool, pond, house floor, whatever you're doing construction on. And we'll turn it on here just a moment. Let me go ahead and set this up. So it's as easy as doing an unlock. You see on the side there's a lock and an unlock and an unlock button right here. And this is, if you have it set up on a tripod, you can go from a lock to an unlock position so that you know you can keep it locked, and when you're doing your work, it doesn't move. You are in a fixed position. When you first set it up for your levelness, you put it in the unlock position. So then you would turn it around, and this will give you a axis of vertical and horizontal perfect levelnesses. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So right now you can see up on the wall, I hope you can see that. Let me try to point to it. So you can see a perfect levelness of from bottom to top and side by side, horizontal and vertical lines. Now it has three buttons, three different functions, so you can do vertical, horizontal, or both. We're on both right now. In a swimming pool, we're leveling the floor or a concrete foundation, your slab. You would use the horizontal just like that. Or if you're doing something like a frame, a door frame, you could go vertical like that, so you know you always are cutting into the wall, especially in concrete hollow block, a perfect vertical line. This takes away the need for you to have things like long hoses with bubbles like they kind of use right here. So if the contractor would like to use this, I'm going to offer him my tool so we can make sure we are in perfect less than 1 millimeter accuracy on the floor, as well as the height for the top of the water. I'm trying to wait until around between 4 and 4:30 to do the drone overview, the bird's eye view like we do on a daily basis. But I don't know if you can see the sky. I think you can see the sky, and we're starting to get some sprinkles now. And it could come, it could be dropped really fast and hard and go away, because I see light blue on the other side. I don't know if this is going to be a persistent rain. If it's going to get rain at all, if it's going to pass over us, or what. I might be making a bad decision about waiting on the drone, but I think I'm going to wait. Maybe I should have flown the drone. Well, I thought to myself, maybe I better be safe than sorry. So I did get a few minutes of drone footage just before the sky opened up and all the rain started coming down. So this is what I did for just 2 or 3 minutes of the drone flight before this happened. Alright, here we are closing out day 7 on the construction here at Villa Feliz. And we got some rain, but like I said, it didn't last a real long time. The sky opened, it came down really hard. But it is rainy season, and this is to be expected. So they got most of the digging, or the defining, as you probably could see from the drone footage, for the swimming pool and all the different feature areas. The 5-inch to 10-inch section, the 4-foot, the 5-foot section down there. There is still soil, as you can see, and they'll extract that soil tomorrow, and it won't be long, very soon, even possibly tomorrow. CHB. I don't think they're doing the bond beam like I was talking about, but I don't know pool construction. I know pond construction. I don't know pool construction. This company has been doing this for I think over 30 years. It started with the father, and the son is also has taken over his section of the business as well. So I trust these guys know what they're doing. Every time I ask them something, if I think it's something that really needs to be done, the company has been great so far in working with me on the things that I want, which is the crossbeam. I really want to have the crossbeam in the center of the pool for additional support. That means it's really important to me. Well, anyway, we're going to close from here in the backyard right now. I see you tomorrow. Ingat. So we're going to close from here. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow will be construction day 8 back here. Oh, something I wanted to bring up before I do the final closing for today. Something very interesting. We're getting a lot of people that are saying what they think this looks like, the shape, when they see the picture from above. And we're getting anything from... I'm not going to show it today. I think in tomorrow's episode, I'll go ahead and I'll cut and paste in the comment section a bunch of people what they say it looks like. And it's anything from like guitars or apples, or I think even the face of one of our presidents. But if you think it looks like something, you know, like when you look at the clouds in the sky and they look like something, like a face or an animal or a fruit or something like that, tell us what you think this looks like looking from the sky. What shape does it represent to you? And maybe we'll have a contest at the end, and I think you can do a selection for buttons on everybody can vote on what it looks like. Maybe we can do something like that later. I think that would be a lot of fun. Again, I'm going to close from here, or I'll keep on talking. If you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. Please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You will be subscribed, and you will be notified the next time I upload a new video. So until such time, you have a wonderful and blessed day. If you enjoyed today's episode and you would like to see more just like these, just click on one of the helpful links over to your right and you might be able to pick up on some good information on DIY projects, how to, or if you are interested in moving to the Philippines and building, you'll find answers there as well.